Scorpio, great things are coming. We actually started at 10:45, baby, and I picked that time on a whim, okay? I like this. So 10:09. In June, there's a countdown beginning for you. A countdown that's bringing, ooh, now it's 10:46, 10:10. Woo, no, it's itching. Okay, so you're gonna be saying 10:10 a lot. Hey Scorpio, it's Ray. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the family. If you're new, but Scorpio, I feel like you haven't been one of the first monthlies that I've done like in a while, but your energy feels very balanced. It feels vibrant, but at the same time, the vibrancy feels like it's at a minimum. Okay, and I feel like Spirit wants you to turn that up. Oh shit. In the month of June, there's a lot of downloads, a lot of clarity, a lot of epiphanies coming towards you. Especially as you're seeing 10:10, like that 10:10 energy, it simplifies to 1, 2, 3 on the timer. So it's like, you know, things are finally starting to make sense. Things that have been out of order are starting to be placed in divine order, but you're seeing that divine order for yourself. It's very interesting as well because I feel like in the month of June you have very much so a bird's eye view, a bird's eye view, a bird's eye perspective, but you are on the verge of something new as well. Again, it feels like I hear temperatures rising. But no, yeah, something, it feels like you're approaching the peak, of whatever mountain. And I feel like that mountain energy is a representation of an achievement. Because you know, to get to the type of a mountain represents an achievement because that's the goal. So it could be just a representation of an accomplishment. But again, achievement, accomplishment, same damn thing. 222 on the timer. There could be I'm getting 2 new beginnings happening for you at one time. It's also interesting. I do feel like the clarity that you're seeking is definitely coming right when you need it. It's like every clarity that you are starting to seek, you're getting every other answer but that. But it's very interesting how it's like you have this it's not underlying. You have this, give me a minute to find the words, but it's like the word that I'm looking for is describing your connection to the divine, your connection to the universe, your connection to the ancestors. It's very, to simplify it, you don't realize how deep it truly goes. And you're a Scorpio, so you're deep just off rip, right? But no, it's, you don't understand the depths of something. Like, we don't know how deep the ocean goes, right? And you know, I usually talk about the ocean metaphor with Pisces, but they're a water sister sign of yours. But no, when it comes to your connection, just, I'm getting, for some of you it's etherically, for some of you, I don't know, the way that you connect, it's like the way that you connect to nature. Nature is a, we all know nature is a portal to the ethers, right? But it's different. It's different. Okay. Let's burn some sage. Let's pray. Hi, y'all. Hi, Squibby. Hi, JL something. Why is it something? Hi, Jerry. Yeah, it feels, June feels very calm, but it feels like, I don't know. You know how the smile is like a smirk? Like, that's the energy. It's like you don't, I don't know. I also feel like you don't understand the magnitude of something, what something is. In addition to that name, I don't know what something is, but there's definitely like, I don't know. It feels very good, but more, very subtle, but very vibrant at the same time. Okay. Ooh. Okay. God, Lord, jeez. Scorpio. What in the world? I really miss my nieces. Okay, hold on. Resets. All right. Hold on. Okay. God, divine source, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for allowing me to guide Scorpio on their June 2025 reading, or whenever they're guided to watch this. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as the month unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Gratitude, Ashe. You know the song, is it called Dreams by Ashanti? Dreams are real and all you have to do is just believe. I'm not trying to sing right now, but that's how the song go. Oh, that's a part of the chorus. Okay. Scorpio. All right, let's see what your energy is projecting, what you're working with in June, and we'll see what's happening behind the scenes. Very interesting. Scorpio's energy, June 2025. What's happening? Scorpio. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. So, Ace of Wands came out for Gemini, but you have Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands. I love this. So with the Ace and the Eight, 18, there's something coming that you don't see. Again, it's giving that smirk of a smile energy, but that's more so like your spirit team. But let me see what's happening behind the scenes. But I love what your energy is representing. Hold on. Justice, that's interesting. Energy happening behind the scenes for Scorpio in June. What you cooking up for Scorpio? Ooh, the Ace of Swords and the Lovers. I love it. You know, sometimes when I see the Lovers and when I say it, I think about, what is it? The Brothers theme song, Give Me a High Five. Don't judge me. Oh, so you have the Lovers and the Devil in reverse. Scorpio, I love this. Very opposite from Gemini. Now, side note, I didn't realize Gemini's reading was an hour and a half, 90 minutes, okay? That is not the goal, okay? But Gemini did need some extra loving care, okay? Throat chakra, I needed to talk to them. Don't expect us to be here for 90 minutes, Scorpio. The energy is completely different, okay? So, but it's a positive thing. You know, when I don't have to say too much, that's a telltale sign that you're doing the work. So kudos. But no, real shit. All right, so the energy that you are working with personally, how you feeling in June, how other people are seeing you in June, you are representing, your energy represents the King of Wands and the Four of Swords. So this is you know, you don't need any help doing whatever it is that you do. And I feel like your energy and how you're showing up is a statement within itself in validation to what I just stated. However, when it comes to, I'm getting external people, external influences, June could be more quiet for you. And even though, June is the start of summer, I do feel like the end of summer, fall is more active for you per se. But with June, it feels like there's a lot of balance between work and play. Like when it comes to putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, there's a lot of focus on your mental well-being. There's a lot of focus on like striving forward. There's this huge theme of how it's like you're noticing the connection of how a positive mindset manifests and contributes to the desired outcome that you want. Also with the Four of Swords, if you're not a nap taker, you're about to be a nap taker. It's interesting. So I talked about the sun in one of them readings recently, but when it comes to you, I mean, you represent the night, right? You're Scorpio. You like to play in the night, and a lot of Scorpio sons that I know love to work overnight too. I noticed that. Like I started recently putting that together. But it aligns with the energy of Scorpios, the darkness. Okay, eighth house energy. But for you, I feel like you're being more active. Like I'm the type of person, I love to, even though I noticed I've been reading at night a lot for the last couple of months, but it's fine. My moon is in the eighth house, so it aligns. But I feel like you're less active at night and more active in the day. But the more that you are active in the day, the more that you're like, taking cat naps. I don't know. This Four of Swords is definitely giving napping energy, cat naps, more rest. And it's like when your body says rest, you're starting to immediately be obedient to that versus working to the last of your energy and then stopping there, if that makes sense. Like there's a shift in cycles happening. Now, what's happening behind the scenes, you have representing the Ace of Swords. So we saw the Justice card, but it didn't come out. But with just seeing Justice in this would be 111 energy. So you could definitely be seeing 111 again. It feels like you're a peaching. I know what impeach is. What is? Hold on. Is a peach a word? Maybe you need to eat more peaches. As in, hold on. Maybe they always trying to fucking impeach the president. That's nothing new. So I don't know why that would come up. Oh, hold on. There's a place in LA. It's called A Peach. Hold on. Oh, it's a clothing store. Yeah, it's not a word. But approaching is what I was trying to say. A peach, I don't fucking know. But eat a peach. Okay, so peaches connect to, what would that be? The sacral solar plexus chakra? Anywho, with the Ace of Swords. But no, we can roll with impeach. We can. Because anything that does not serve this, I hear the truth that you're seeking or the truth that you see for yourself, it's definitely being removed. I'll say it in a proper way. Your spirit team is definitely being more vulgar with the language of removal, but yeah, if the energy does not truly stand on truth. So Ace of Swords is a representation of what you speak is how you move. If you speak positivity, if you're an affirmative person, if you're a person of light encouragement, then you, behind closed doors, you're that energy too. If this is, I hear playmate. Now I know what that represents, but no, it's like people that like to play the role. It will not withstand the test of time. Okay. And, you know, things, it's interesting because I do feel like, you know, test of times may have happened with certain energies in the past, but this is a bit different. I'm also getting, it's a very strong energy of, that's interesting because I don't feel like you would be the type, but it's for somebody. But it's giving, don't forget where you came from with what you're about to achieve. So I don't know how big it is, but I'm getting you, I hear, ooh, some of y'all spirit team is calling some of y'all out. Some of y'all like to be absent-minded with certain situations. And I don't, fuck, let me get it out. The song Mariah Carey, because I was about to say some other shit, but I'm going to simplify it. The song that's coming up in comparison with this energy is Mariah Carey, Don't Forget About Us. But not more so, like if this was something that was toxic, that's not what, that if it's toxic, it's not going to be able to withstand as this energy of bringing justice to you behind the scenes. The truth being set straight behind the scenes. If your name is being judged harshly in rooms that you are not a part of, somehow, some way, your name is being corrected in rooms you're not a part of. Like, I don't know. It's very, the intricacies are very intricate, okay? However, with that don't forget about us energy, I don't know, we need to go back to that. Because there's this, with that don't forget where you came from, don't forget about us. It doesn't feel like there's something's pulling on your energy. It feels like you could be sacrificing something without even realize you're sacrificing something, and by the time you realize you've sacrificed it, it's too late. Like, I don't know. That shit just gave me a headache. But yeah. Anything else with that before we move on for Scorpio? As a theme in June, there's strength on the bottom. Justice came out in reverse. With the Eight of Swords and the Fool in reverse. This is, what is that? Seven of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords is the elimination of deception. Nine of Swords, something is trustworthy. Yeah, something's definitely trustworthy with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords being in reverse. Though with the Fool, I feel like you're being asked to not be foolish. With the Eight of Swords, this is a fixed cycle. This may be, I hear, a chain reaction. There's something, I don't know, the way you handle something keeps repeating. That's being brought to the surface as a representation of this Ace of Swords as well. So yeah, justice is being served on your behalf, Scorpio. But anything that who and what you're sacrificing is being highlighted. What you're keeping and what you are throwing away is being highlighted. But it's, I don't know, again, that energy of something not being realized before it's too late. And with justice being in reverse, it feels like, you know, energies that come with, I'm just getting like, don't throw away an angel. I don't know what that means for you specifically. Yeah, Page of Cups. That's innocence. And that's love don't cost a thing type of energy. It feels very like, again, the trustworthiness of it feels it feels sacred. That's the best word I can use to describe it, as sacred. Sacred as in like Ark of the Covenant energy. I think I need to grab that deck because I keep mentioning cards that are in that deck. But yeah. We're going to leave that alone. Ace of Wands. Hold on. It's like thinking, I don't know, Like something may feel or be viewed as not as important, but it really is. IDK, but like I said, I'm gonna leave it alone. I really want to go deeper, but I'm not doing that. Okay, Scorpio. June 2025. So you have the Buddha prepares, loving elementals, and the treasure. The Buddha prepares 13 is your energy. Loving elementals. But you also have the divine physician in reverse. You have Archangel Raphael upright. And you have the scribe upright. So some of you use writing as a love language. So through songs, poetry, whatever the case may be, you connect through writing. Writing is healing for you. Being next to Archangel Raphael is definitely healing for you. But it's interesting. So Raphael is a healer. He's upright. Yeshua is a healer too, but Yeshua is in reverse. So this is giving me the energy of you are able to heal yourself. You are also able to heal others. But the magnitude of the healing happens in two different dynamics. They're not equal. So it lets me know your output is in excess versus your input. And with the divine, okay, thank you, Spirit. With the divine physician being in reverse, he's healing people upright, but it's in reverse. And Raphael, also the healer, is upright by himself. So with that Four of Swords energy, you are definitely a theme. You remember in the Matrix when they showed all of them in like the pods and they were in the simulation? It's like your energy is being protected like in a pod. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, you're having these, this could be in the dream realm, this could be in the waking realm during meditation, however the fuck you connect. But it's like you're being seen like your entire life from fucking conception until now, and you're also being shown your future between now and the time you transition. Like you have, again, it's like you have a bird's eye view, like we said at the beginning, of everything at this time. But it's like that with the treasure being here and Buddha prepares, sitting in stillness to receive, right? But you're still, it's, I don't know, it feels like a light body activation. You could be experiencing a lot of out-of-body experiences. This could have already started with the Gemini new moon specifically. But you're not as grounded as you think you are. And honestly, you could be put in positions to rest more, because it's like the way for you to ground through sleeping. Like dead ass. Some of you, when you're resting, even though technically we never sleep because the astral body is active then, but when it comes to the physical body, that's how it grounds. You know, some people, yeah, I'll just leave it there. And also that could be the best time for Spirit to show you what they're trying to clarify in the astral versus, you know, what you're not seeing in the physical also. I don't know. It's like something's not, it feels like something is separated that needs to be connected, and it's going back to sacrifices that energy. So I don't know what you're looking for, right? But you're never able to find anything in mess, okay? And this treasure, honey, he's like, where the fuck is it? But do you see all of this fucking mess? It's clutter, right? And it's like while you're trying to find something, you could hurt yourself in the process. That's interesting. So be careful, it's like be careful what you're definitely on a seek and you shall find, but be careful of the answers that you're seeking with the scribe. I don't know. This is a very interesting story. But whatever it is, it feels completely like out of left field. So in June, we have Friday the 13th. It's one of my favorite days of the fucking year. And I think that's the only one we have in 2025. I could be wrong. I have to double check that. But you have June 13th here too. But it's not, it's out of alignment. So whether you're masculine or feminine, there is an overexertion in your masculine energy and an underexertion. I think I'm saying that the right way, in your feminine energy. Again, your output is in excess compared to the input. And for a lot of you, with the treasure and the scribe being here, like the way that these cards are under each other, like healing comes from play. Healing comes from play. Your higher self is saying, you want to get to the next level of healing, learn how to play. That is I do feel like feminine energy is a representation of play as well. Okay, masculine always want to be so goddamn serious all the fucking time. Like Boosie said, let me ease your minds, okay? Let you in my world. Yes, Scorpio. I love me some Boosie. He been wilding lately, but I love the old Boosie. Okay, yes, okay. Playlist is lit. But anywho, and with the scribe being here in the treasure, it's like you're on some Rihanna work, and it's no. That's not, you can't, baby. Some of you, it's like, yes, we just gotta make it. Trey Songs is a theme in June, okay? I'm debating on if I want to share that song in the community tab just for the collective. But yeah, just gotta make it is a theme. But you can't, Scorpio, you can't get to the next level moving the same way, okay? Again, it's one thing to attract versus chase. And I feel like your lesson in attracting is sitting the fuck down, because it's the opposite of what you always do. And to get something different, you gotta do something different. And sometimes it's not a bad thing, okay? It's like, yes, you can still do, I'm not saying fucking don't go to work, okay? That's not what the fuck I'm saying at all, okay? Please don't misread the message, all right? But it's like, yes, work your shift. You don't need to do the overtime, okay? I advised someone of this before. It was actually a Pisces. So I don't know what y'all got going on with Pisces. But I was like, and she loves to work, okay? Baby, if the overtime is there, it's there. And honey, I was the same way, but I was different this time. I knew it was for a limited time. So when it was out, it was out, okay? And anywho, but that's not the point. The point is, I advise, like, what if you just stop? I don't know what the time was, but I was like, just don't do it for this amount of time and see how spirit moves. When I suggested it, I already knew it was going to be semi-rejected. And I don't know if it happened. I doubt it, but I don't like to assume. I don't know. But it's like, it's like once you, the best way to see the best way to see the reaping of your rewards or the benefits of the work that you've put in, you have to not work for a moment, okay? So when you have time to rest, when you have time to just turn it off, don't turn it up to the max. Does that make sense? Like, don't overdo it. Like, enough is enough at this time. What you are scheduled is what you are scheduled at this time. Like, honor that. Honor that. I feel like you have been in this energy of overcompensating. And if you're overcompensating because you are saying, yeah, I don't know, you could be supporting other people. I don't know your personal circumstances, okay? But I know fixed energy, y'all, we have this tendency of truly exerting more than we are inputting, and what we exert, honey, it's 1 to 0 as far as who matches that energy for ourselves. And usually the energy that matches that for us, yeah, the energy that matches that for us is the divine, is our ancestors, is who walks with us. Like, but it's like, yes, they're active in what I'm advising you in this as well. It is all about you, but this, it's like if you try to do more, they will shut you down. Four swords, okay? They gonna shut it down, down, down. And it's like, it's kind of fucked up for some of y'all that it has to be done that way, but you're fixed energies, so it does make sense. But it's like, you're not going to be set down to receive a punishment. You're going to be set down to receive a reward, if that makes sense. But I'm not saying be irresponsible, okay? You rule the 8th house. You cannot afford to be irresponsible. It's just, it's not wise. And if you have any 8th house placements, yeah, the baby, the lessons that come with irresponsibility, especially when it comes to contracts that we are committed to, it's a different ball game. Baseball could be significant, but yeah, let's move on. Take me out to the ball game. I am sleepy. All right, Scorpio, June 2025. See, yes, creation, solo magic. It's all about, okay, it flew. We'll take it. Flew out upright. And then we have future love letter, I love you. So let me tell you, I stopped doing this. I did it, I think, 2020 through 2022. But I'm going to advise you to do it, okay? And I'm going to get back into it since I'm advising you to do it. But I used to do this thing where I would write a letter to my future self, okay? Whatever I desired to have, like, manifested, whatever goals I wanted to accomplish by that time, that following year, I would put it within that letter. I would insert my current reality, like what I'm experiencing, and then what I desire to have by that next year. And every time, that time will come around, I would open up and read it. I'd be surprised as fuck, okay? Some shit manifested, if it wasn't built on solid truth, that Ace of Swords energy, it did not sustain. But it's also a reflection to see the progress, the progress of the dreams, the goals, the desires, especially the changes, as well, that are a representation of the progress. Excuse me. And then after I would read it, I would write a new one, and then so on and so forth. With this coming out, I do feel like you're being advised to do that as well. Start writing those letters to your future self, what it is that you desire to accomplish for yourself. Where are you in balance right now? Where you desire to become balanced? Like, what are you trying to manifest? What are your goals? But it's heavy focused on what you want to build yourself first, and then the people. And even if you have like a mini family of your own right now, if you have children, like, their oneness within you, okay? So how you build affects how they build, that's the oneness. Don't separate it. But to expand upon what you already have comes after you expand on what you already have. Oh, that said that right. Okay. Moving on. Yes, Sorcery Revolution. All right, Scorpio, June 2020. Ooh, 3444. Yes, 444. Clarify that, please. Why? What's happening here? This is the second time you got justice in reverse. You have Oshun, yeah, Oshun representing justice coming out in reverse, truth in reverse. So who's lying? Who's being dishonest? Yeah, solitude as well. Creation. Manifesting in the void. She has no face, no face, no case. Somebody's, hold on. Let me get into this dishonesty. Ooh, unconditional love. Hold on. Justice in reverse, though, it's giving a lot. It's not, I mean, a theme is dishonesty, but this could be like injustice, lying on your name, dishonesty. This could be connected to the workplace as well. Here, no fake love by Gotti. Can you clarify clarify justice in reverse, please? And then I'll use that deck. So this is your energy. What are you hiding? Scorpio. So it may not be this, well, this is concealing information. So depending on the scenario, it may not be, you're not being forthright. That's what it is. It may not necessarily be dishonest, but again, it's concealment. You're not being forthright. You're not being direct about something. If you're being avoidant, because accountability, this is not wanting to acknowledge. You see the way her face is turned. This is not eye-to-eye contact. So, and then Iwa guidance would represent your energy. Again, this is wanting, it's like you would rather just ignore its situation. But it's not, it's like you're trying to dim a light on something that's bright as fuck. I don't know what that means. And we're back to sorcery revolution. Okay, well, let me see what this is. Because justice in reverse means the heart is heavy, heavier than the feather. So why is the heart heavy? And for accountability to be in this, that means you're being dishonest about your feelings about someone. I don't know why. I want to say yes. Yeah, you're being dishonest about your feelings. Libra energy is heavy. But hold on. It's too many cards. Can you clarify justice in reverse for Scorpio? Repletion. Are you just not admitting your feelings for something or someone? Because that's what it's kind of giving. Okay, but let's just move on. Yeah, love is on the bottom. It's it's like the person that is randomly popping up in your mind is not the person that should be or you want to be. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, the Ten of Swords is in reverse. Torment is in reverse. But this is it's a Tower moment. Daughter of Fire was underneath that. Okay, let's just keep going. Justice in reverse for Scorpio. Even though this says revolution, I keep hearing Aaliyah, we need a resolution. So you need a resolution, Scorpio. Yeah, abundance in reverse. So you're withholding your energy. This is fun. I feel like, yeah, your spirit team is laughing hysterically. It's just funny to them. It's like, oh, big bold Scorpio, huh? Cat got your tongue? Sorry, y'all, I'm tired. Okay, you got the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're not being bold. You are definitely, this is concealed, okay? This is I plead the fifth, okay? Yeah, something makes you uncomfortable. When you think about exploring it, I don't know what this is, baby. I have no idea, but I feel like you do. I mean, it's your energy. Yeah, illusion. It's not funny. It's really not funny because it's like you don't want to deal with it. And I feel like that's the funny part, that you don't want to deal with it. Yeah, High Priestess in reverse, Gain in reverse. You are trying to ignore. You are trying to, it's like you're trying to bury something. Again, all these damn skulls here. But, honey, what is the advice? I don't know what to say. But Justice in reverse, it's, hold on, can you clarify? Is this Scorpio's emotions? Yes. Maybe something wasn't there at first. It is now. You see, honey, first it was like, nah, you know, we good. And then it's like, but hold on, hold up, wait. Yeah, that's Queen, Mother of Water, Queen. This is the emotions. But the Ace of Air in reverse, honey, there's a truth you are not willing to accept. Yes, Scorpio, you're in reverse, but the Wheel of Fortune, what you gonna do? Like, y'all got some decisions to make, honey. You and Gemini, okay? What's the advice for Scorpio? What's the advice for Scorpio? You have I don't know, because something is very deep, okay? It's definitely connected to the past life. There's a soul connection here. Ace of Wands. Fire energy. And look, the devil and the lovers. I'm on to something. I don't know what I'm on to specifically, Scorpio, but I know I'm on to something, okay? And if you don't know, you know, you're in denial. You're in motherfucking denial. I'm going to move on. But they're calling out your denial and they're saying, fix it, okay? You know how the church people be saying, fix it, Jesus? I'm not making a mockery, but you need to fix it, okay? Hold on. Is this? Let me see. Is this? I think that's my answer. But is this and that other energy about sacrificing, do they go hand in hand? Yes, they do. Moving on. You're drinking coffee and Henny. What does that taste like? It's just coffee in my cup. I'm not a drinker. If I do drink, I am a social drinker, okay? And mimosa me, please, okay? Tequila sunrise me, please. That's me. All right, what's next? Where are we? 44. All right. Scorpio. You have 34, a leg up. If you desire to have a family, you have your seedlings on the other side supporting you. You got some warriors. There's so many warriors. Oh, 26. Happy, happy. See, feels like I'm getting is that Brandy? Is it what she say? Sitting on top of the world, top of the world, top of the world. That's what it feels like. But no, you can have a city eye view of something in June. All right, Scorpio. All right, a leg up, happy, happy. Why? This is very interesting. So it's like in all areas of your life, a lot of you, I hear there's a bad habit of it, but I mean, a lot of people experience this, so it's not just you, but it's being highlighted for you. So for a lot of you, there's this, it's very seldom that your mind and your heart align. And it's like when it does, there's a tower moment where they misalign and then they become imbalanced. And I feel like that represents your justice energy in reverse. Because, you know, the feather, birds are in the air energy. So the mind, the mental, the mind and the heart should always align. As long as they're aligned, the scales are always balanced. When they're out of alignment, they're out of balance. So you have a leg up, happy, happy, upright. But then once the questions start, you have why. You have here and now in reverse. So this is positive because it represents instead of being at a standstill, taking action. But you have peace in reverse. So why the questions, the mind, peace in reverse, which creates, it's like mental confusion, you know. But in all, like I think I just mentioned this if I didn't, but you know, the heart wants what it wants, and the heart will prevail eventually, whether you try to fight against it or not. Interesting. But you see how the star is connecting her third eye and her crown at the top, even though she's surrounded by a lot of stars. This also feels like a lot of you don't know how to incorporate having your cake and eating it too. That's interesting. I keep hearing incompatibility. Yeah, it feels like you're projecting negativity because you don't want to do. I don't know. Clarify peace in reverse for Scorpio, please. Thank you. Yeah, fated meeting in reverse. You are avoidant, Scorpio. I don't know. It just feels like some tables are about to turn. Yeah, this is all connected to, I don't know, when it comes to your emotions are out of whack. I keep seeing threes. You have the Empress. Well, you have the Empress. You have work here, 3, which is a 3 of Pentacles. And the other three, what the fuck was it? I think it was a Three of Wands. But the Nine of Swords, yeah, you are. I'm tired of talking about this. What else? What else? We're gonna get back into the leg up energy. Switch it up. All right. Scorpio. So help is coming in regards to something that you're trying to start. It's interesting because I'm getting there's a creation that's beginning to contribute to stability somehow, some way of yours in June with and with flexible being in reverse. When it comes to what you desire to manifest, if you don't want to bend, don't bend. Like, and I feel like when I say when it comes to manifesting, we're focusing on the pentacles, not the cups, the pentacles and the wands. I don't know if this is like a loyalty test. What is this? It's no, well, this could also represent the ego too, because you have flexible in reverse and blessed in reverse. So it's like you're fixed on doing something by yourself. But yeah, work. Three of Pentacles is right here on the bottom. You're being asked to accept help. Like, I feel like help is coming where you don't have to ask because you won't ask. Yeah, Treasure Island. But because of your pride and ego, you would rather say no when you should say yes. Yeah, round and round in reverse. But you are very fixed on doing things how you want them to be done, Scorpio. And you're just creating further delays by doing that. It's like the help. Yeah, I had to learn this lesson. The help does not, receiving help does not mean that you are unfortunate in any way. You know, you could be, even if you are experiencing an unfortunate time, which I don't feel like I'm speaking to someone that is, but it's, I don't know, I had to realize that though, the hard way. But you have the fates being here upright, so it's really giving you can't force the inevitable. But you see how she's like blocking her heart chakra by her body language? But this is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is the opposite of Leo. Leo rules the heart chakra. So, I don't know. And I split the deck to Treasure Island again, and this is 9. So, it feels like the month of June is bringing that balance, that harmony to you, where the justice is in reverse because of the 6 energy, and you have the 9 here. But again, whatever you're avoidant about, you're being asked to face. And I just feel like this is in regards to being honest about your feelings. It is 11:39. Why are the birds active? Should I be asleep? I don't know if y'all heard that. That's the owl. Hold on. I don't know. Aquarius energy is heavy though with the owl. Yeah, the 17 here with the fates. That's beautiful. But yeah. You also have 8, 9, 10 here too. So there's definitely an ending and a new beginning happening. Again, it feels like it feels like two achievements happening at the same time. I don't know, Scorpio. Moving on. Sorry. I love the owl. Have we went anywhere? Oh, let's look at the moons. Did I pull from this? Scorpio? I know I pulled from all of these. Okay. Scorpio, June 2025. Please. I did pull from this. Coming apart is in reverse. Ghostlands is upright. So I don't know. I hear distant lover. But I don't know if you've been ghosting people, but whatever you have, this is giving whatever you've chosen to freeze. It feels like something is being thawed. And even though Ghostlands is in reverse, like you are trying to force your will in something. And I feel like you're experiencing the opposite of effect. The opposite effect, yeah. When you should be flowing, you're forcing. It just feels like something has you hella off guard, and you're just, it's, I don't know. It's bothering you. But there will be forward movement. But you need to be honest with yourself first. Yeah. You're trying to just keep the information to yourself, Scorpio. That's not... For this to be a theme, like we've been talking about this for an hour. So it feels like, yeah, it definitely, one ring circus, it feels like you're trying to bury it and go on a different type of journey, but that's not the journey, dry desert, that you signed up for. All right. Maybe when the owls start calling, that's my sign. I need to meditate. Spirit shrinking. They're trying to tell me something. But I'll be out in a second. All right, let's look at the Sag full moon that's on June 11th, as well as the Cancer new moon on June 25th. Sag new moon for Scorpio, please.
Where's your playlist taking you?
Sag, thanks. That's interesting. No, Gemini had that for their Cancer new moon. Clarify, please. Love it. How many cards is that? I'll take it. Cancer new moon for Scorpio. Your spirit team is funny. Scorpio. Gemini new moon. Can you hear the owl? Lord. Baby, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, Scorpio. All right, so the Sagittarius full moon. You have prosperity lies ahead in reverse. I feel like he's calling for his boo thing. You have, these cards are all sideways. So balanced spirituality and practicality is sideways. A new start is coming, sideways. A new romantic cycle begins, sideways. And adjustments are required. The way that this is positioned, adjustments are required, has everything to do with you. Prosperity lying ahead has nothing to do with financial gain. Has nothing to do with the bank account. That's already good. I know itching like shit. However, Taurus is your opposite, right? And Taurus is ruled by Venus, you know? And Venus, actually, I put it in the description box, but Venus moves into one of them signs in June. And for you, it's like the Sagittarius full moon. I do feel like this is a month of being focused on matters of the heart. And with focusing on that, going back to the energy of spirit sitting you down, it's like so you're being set down to really deal with that. Deal with your feelings, deal with your emotions. Like if you're writing I don't know, and that could be, that scribe energy, that pen to pad. Like you really could be, I don't know. It's like instead of saying it to the person, you're saying it on paper, but the paper don't need it. The person needs it, which is, I was telling Gemini, the truth shall set them free, but for you, it's the same. Just in a totally different situation. But once you make these adjustments, a new romantic cycle begins, a brand new start, and your scales are finally balanced with this balanced spirituality and practicality. But the Gemini new moon is very interesting as well. Because I don't know what the fuck this is. If just the cards that came out, it just gives, if I had to put one word to this energy, is drama. So you have worked through your fears in reverse, your energy, the first card, Gemini new moon in reverse. Have faith in your dreams in reverse. The end of a tough cycle approaches in reverse. Be bold and make the first move in reverse. So this is letting me know, we had a conversation before about timing, right? Around the Gemini new moon, I almost said Jew, but around the Gemini new moon, you could be rejected for something. It could be based on religion, belief system. I don't know. Someone could be judging you by the external and not knowing shit about the internal part of you. I don't know. But with the fiery climax approaches, something is about to piss you off, okay? And expect powerful change is underneath that with surrender to the divine. So yes, something is about to trigger the fuck out of you around the Gemini new moon. I'm sorry, the Cancer new moon. Why I keep saying the Gemini new moon? So as I say that, because I said it for fucking Gemini too, when I was referring to the Cancer new moon. But you know how like when you're playing when you're playing bowling. Am I saying that right? Playing bowling? It feels like I'm saying that wrong. But anywho, when you're bowling and then you throw the ball out into the lane for it to hit the pins, it's like the Gemini new moon that we had, like the ball has started rolling on the lane, but it has not hit the fucking pins yet. And I feel like the ball is gonna hit the pins for the Cancer new moon that is on June 25th. Okay. Okay. But yeah, this is something not going the way that you expected, especially with your energy coming out. And this is in regards to a new beginning, because with cardinal energy, cardinal represents a brand new beginning. And this is the next cardinal season is Cancer, which starts on the 20th when summer starts. So yeah, be mindful of that. Your emotions are about to be tested for sure. Again, matters of the heart, your emotions, the truth that you express, and be mindful of ensuring that the wrong people, you're not projecting the wrong energy to the wrong people. Okay, deal with the source so the energy that doesn't belong to others isn't projected onto them. I feel like this whatever this trigger is, or rejection, or whatever it is that's happening around the Cancer new moon, it may trigger a mother wound of yours. And again, like how you're nurtured through pain or something that you would receive or perceive as painful. Does that make sense? Yeah, confidence is your key to success. And you have faith in your dreams in reverse. Like something, it may, like the response, it's like don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't put all of your focus on one specific outcome. Give yourself options. This feels like not giving yourself options and holding on to one specific outcome and not receiving that. And you're just like, fuck it all. That is not the course of action to take, Scorpio. This is okay. This is not the way. What am I missing? Let me get back to the drawing board. That's going back to that scribe energy, really spending time with yourself. And you may become desperate for what's the alternate route after this, but just spend time with spirit and you'll get the clarity. But yeah, communication is key. Be obedient about what you need. There's this, it feels like you're experiencing, this is a theme of vulnerability for you with your spirit team as well as with your emotions, with whomever in this world. Like it's interesting because you love for people to be vulnerable with you, but I'm getting like you have restrictions to your vulnerability with others, and that's not an equal exchange. Like there's somehow you input an unequalness into it. I hear Drake, all me, but yeah, that's all you for real. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So Sagittarius full moon feels like you're preparing for something. Cancer new moon is like, hold up, wait. What song is that? I have no idea what it is. It's not on my playlist. Feels like it's old school though. Old school hip hop. Yeah, confidence is your key to success. Your dreams need a practical plan. Nothing is yet set in stone. So yeah, all hope is not lost. It's definitely rejection is redirection. But this is heavily centered around emotional regulation as well. Okay? All right. Final messages for Scorpio for June. Ooh. Are you that somebody? Tell me you're that somebody. You have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So somebody's giving some confessions. You have grapes. Time to go out and have fun. Feels like you're in hermit mode though, with that Four of Swords that came out representing your energy. So maybe that should be your response. Like you may, when it comes to making decisions, you may go into this like restrictive mode, and spirit is saying do the opposite of that. Like when you become stressed, go out, have fun. Like just sit the problems down for a moment, just like, you shouldn't bring work home. And if you work from home, there needs to be a separation. Don't work in your bedroom. Like have boundaries, create boundaries where you have the power to create boundaries with certain things. Yeah, forces working against you, plans, pay attention to your finances. Oh, I love it. So with whatever is, I love how they're providing you the answers immediately. With whatever rejection or something that does not go in your favor around the Cancer new moon at the end of the month, the reason why it's unsuccessful, you may feel like somebody putting some work on you. No, your spirit team is protecting you. This is some shit like, you fucking move into a new home and then they just find a loophole to fucking raise the rent. Like it's like something will put you behind when it's like spirit is not even about to do you like that. Like I don't know, something. Some of y'all don't like to, some of you do, you're Scorpio, not everyone does read the fine print within contracts. Like you should really read the contracts, but it's like something is being, even if you do read the fine print, something is being withheld. But anywho, moving on. Also, if you're wanting to connect with people, you need to go out and have fun. You need to go out. Like not out on a new app. Like, take yourself outside to enjoy the world that was built by our ancestors. And enjoy it, okay? Fucking enjoy it. Or shit, go find a secret hiding spot, okay, by yourself and live your best life. Some of y'all are doing psychedelics as well. You're searching. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it alone. But it's like, you don't need to do that, because there's gonna be a day when you about to be like Moses, okay? Maybe Spirit gonna call you, and you gonna have your burning bush with you, okay? And we all know what the burning bush is, and you're gonna get your talk with God, okay? It's gonna come. But it's gonna come when Spirit is ready, not when you're ready. Yeah. Broken wish, a wish will not be granted. And someone is extremely stubborn. That's you, Scorpio. Your shadow is being called out heavy. All right, what else? Scorpio, June. New opportunities, paths. Sorry, that's not what it says. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up for you. So bridges are being built. You could be building a bridge, construction worker, grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. It's kind of like in reverse, like, I really miss my niece. But, yeah, something, grasshopper kind of, it represents delicacy in a sense. But then it fell on top of the ring. And then this female is looking at the ring, but she don't look too happy. Is that, I don't know. That gives like ultimatum energy. Like, if you want this, you can't have that. I don't know. Someone got control issues, whether you realize this or not. Well, there's the masculine energy. Yeah, indecisiveness. Someone's going with the flow and not taking control. I really wish I knew what I was talking about. But, anywho. Doing something risky, taking a chance, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. And spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness and understanding, sorrow of real loss, great good fortune. So the 4-leaf clover was right underneath the wreath. It's like, again, be mindful of what you sacrifice. Yes, solid foundation, success with effort. I don't know if someone's making you choose. I don't know what the fuck this is, Scorpio. I really don't know the specifics. But it feels like, definitely feels like an ultimatum. Or it's like someone, I don't know, someone has very, like, the control issues, but you don't see them yet. Or you may be starting to get signs. I don't know what this is, but it's like, that bitch is crazy. I don't know who it is, but it's a female. It's not the masculine, it's the feminine. She is psycho. You're psycho. I don't know. Yes, someone is leaving your life. Hidden secrets that can harm you. But the Ace of Swords in reverse. I don't know what your spirit team is doing behind the scenes about this energy, but something is happening. Yeah, seek out information that will help you. I really don't know what this is, Scorpio. You got me leaning in my chair. I don't know. But the other cards that came out, though, so you could be, a part of it's so many fucking alphabet communities, okay? You got the LGBTQ+, you got fucking the IRS, it's so many fucking alphabets, okay? But either who, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Some of y'all may be crossing the line from friends to lovers. I don't know. Or you about to get a new best friend. Um, or you're just, the energy of trust is coming up as well. But there's feminine and masculine energy here. I really don't know what the fuck this is. But there is a masculine energy that's very indecisive because the indecisiveness is on top of him. But a wish will be granted. No. So I feel like, yeah, the owl. The owl. Somebody is about to be rejected though. Yeah, disappointment in a friend or a lover. But just, I don't know. This needs to be not on impulse. Okay, I will advise that this needs to not be on impulse. And honey, it sounds like you need to listen to the Order My Steps. Okay, I don't know. But compass, there's a change coming for sure. All right, final message for Scorpio. Just one, please. Here, Ray J, one wish. IZK. The ancestral realm. Yeah, the ancestral realm is on the bottom, and I just added 3 new feathers to my collection of feathers. It's my baby, okay? But anywho, Scorpio. Ooh, I love it. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences. That's what you about to be called to the mountain, like Moses. But divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. The dove is your spirit animal. You know, I love the dove. And you still have ancestral realm on the bottom. Karmic release, healing the lineage, and boundaries. So this ancestral realm is that Ace of Swords energy as that background theme for you. Then you have Temple of Truth under the bottom as well. But with this crown chakra, it's beautiful. Light body activation, as I mentioned, for sure. But I feel like these holy experiences are truly happening when you're in that Four of Swords alone energy, when you're resting, when you're sitting down. Okay? Beautiful way to end. But I love you. And you see how the two feet are red and they make a heart? Your heart chakra, honey. Matters of the heart is the focus. That's about to be your title, okay? Yeah. I love you. God bless you. I will see y'all tomorrow night. I don't know who's next. Again, we're not going in the order of the zodiac, so just make sure the notifications are on. Okay, love you. Good night. Oh, it's 12:03 a.m. East Coast time. Happy Jupiter Day. Everything is expanded. Bye.